Welcome to our sessions from the Church of England's live Lent Embracing Justice series. We come to our final week, Holy Week, and we will finish on Easter Sunday. As we walk through Holy Week, we will be paying attention to the interweaving of justice and mercy in Jesus' words and actions, from the triumph of his arrival in Jerusalem to his death on the cross. It is suggested that this week we spend time considering a situation of injustice at home or abroad that we particularly care about. How can we come alongside those who are suffering and hear their stories? What could we do to offer practical support as well as praying for them? The session for today, Monday the 11th of April, is At the Feet of Jesus. Our reading is from John 12, verses 1 to 11. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honour. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put in it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well. For on account of him, many of the Jews were going over to Jesus and believing in him. The tyranny of scarcity runs deep. When we are told something is in short supply, we become worried. Even seeking justice can become ruled by productivity and efficiency, as we saw when the P&O seafarers were sacked illegally. It was unfair, but there were commercial concerns, so that seemed to justify it. But when justice is concerned, there is plenty. Life is not a zero-sum game. Some things are worth going without other things for. Judas perverts justice and forgets that giving to God and giving to our neighbour are not in competition, but belong together. Judas' fake care for the poor, from a position of authority, from his seat at the table with Jesus and Lazarus and the other disciples, contrasts with Mary's selfless devotion from a place at Jesus' feet. Mary may be a woman of lower status and expected to serve, but she is the first person to wash feet in Holy Week with perfume and using her own hair as a towel. Mary's care for the person and body of Jesus reminds us that seeking justice goes deeper than words and activism. It cuts to the heart of our relationship with God. Loving God and loving our neighbours are two sides of the same coin. And a prayer. Generous God, help us never to treat others as a problem or a project, but only ever to come alongside them in humility and aware of our shared humanity. Amen.